Did you know that 85% of a child's brain is developed by the age of 5? That means the first few years of their life are critical in shaping who they will become. Yet, in today's fast-paced world, many parents focus on academics and discipline, overlooking one of the most important aspects of childhood, creativity. But what if you could boost your child's brainpower and problem-solving skills just by encouraging their imagination? Creativity isn't just for artists. It's the key to success in every area of life. In fact, studies show that children with strong creative skills perform better in school and grow up to be more successful in their careers. In this video, we'll uncover some surprising strategies to encourage your child's creativity, strategies that go beyond art classes and expensive toys. You'll discover how play, curiosity, and even failure can open up new worlds of possibility for your child. Ready to unlock your child's creative potential? Keep watching to find out how. Chapter 1. Unleashing the power of play. Beyond toys, play is more than just fun for children, it's the foundation for creative thinking. In fact, research shows that 75% of a child's brain development happens before they turn 5 years old. During this time, imaginative play shapes how they think, problem solve, and approach new challenges. Encourage your child to play with everyday items, like cardboard boxes or kitchen utensils, which allows them to use their imagination to create something entirely new. Forget about expensive toys. Simple things like old buttons or a length of fabric can turn into endless adventures. By giving your child open-ended play opportunities, you're inviting them to think outside the box. Plus, unstructured play lets them take risks, which is essential for creative growth. It's not about the object, but how they use it. Studies show that children who engage in imaginative play are better at solving problems and expressing themselves. Chapter 2. The art of failing forward. Creativity thrives when failure is seen as a stepping stone, not a setback. In fact, some of the world's greatest innovators, like Albert Einstein, believe that failure is an essential part of the process. Einstein once said, "Failure is success in progress." Teach your child to embrace failure as an opportunity for growth. Instead of focusing on outcomes, celebrate the effort and perseverance they put in. Research shows that children who are allowed to fail without judgment develop resilience and problem-solving skills. Encourage your child to take risks and remind them that every mistake teaches something new. This fail-forward mindset helps build confidence, which is critical to creative thinking. By reframing failure as a learning experience, you're empowering your child to be bold and experimental. Chapter 3. Curiosity over compliance. Letting your child lead the way. Sometimes, the best way to boost creativity is to step back and let your child take charge. Children are naturally curious, and they have a unique way of looking at the world. When you allow them to follow their own interests, their creativity flows freely. This doesn't mean abandoning structure, but rather shifting from teaching to guiding. Instead of giving your child direct answers, ask questions that prompt deeper thinking. What do you think will happen if we try this? Or, how could you make this even more interesting? These open-ended questions encourage your child to think critically and creatively. Studies suggest that children who are given more autonomy in their learning process perform better academically and socially. When kids feel empowered to explore on their own terms, they begin to see themselves as creators, not just followers. If you're enjoying these tips so far, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more. Chapter 4. Breaking the routine. How to spark new ideas every day. Children thrive on routine, but too much of it can stunt creativity. Routine can feel comforting, but it can also limit imagination. A study from the University of California found that when children engage in new or unfamiliar activities, their brains develop more rapidly. It's not about throwing out the routine, but rather introducing small changes that encourage fresh thinking. Take a different route to school, rearrange the furniture in their playroom, or try a new hobby together. These small adjustments break up the monotony and expose your child to new perspectives. A change in environment can spark creative ideas and solutions. It's the unexpected that often fuels innovation. Children who experience varied routines develop greater flexibility and adaptability, key skills for creative problem-solving. Chapter 5. From mindless screens to meaningful creation in today's digital age, it's easy for children to fall into the trap of passive screen time. A 2020 study revealed that children between the ages of 8 and 12 spend an average of 6 hours a day on screens. While screens can be educational, they're also a barrier to creative thinking. To shift the focus from passive consumption to active creation, encourage your child to engage in hands-on activities that stimulate the imagination. Building with blocks, drawing, or even cooking together can inspire creative ideas. You can also incorporate digital tools in ways that foster creativity, such as using apps that allow children to design their own games or animations. A study by the American Academy of Pediatrics found that active engagement with digital tools is far more beneficial for a child's cognitive development than passive screen time. By replacing mindless screen habits with creative activities, you help your child develop both technical skills and imagination. Chapter 6. The magic of creative constraints. It might sound counterintuitive, but sometimes limitations can actually enhance creativity. By introducing creative constraints, such as limiting the number of materials or the time available for a project, you encourage your child to think in more innovative ways. For example, you could challenge your child to build something using only 3 materials, or create a story in just 1 minute. A study from Harvard University showed that constraints help focus the mind, leading to more original ideas. These limitations force children to think outside the box and find creative solutions within boundaries. It's not about stifling their imagination, but rather giving them a framework that pushes them to stretch their thinking. The process of working with constraints allows children to experiment, take risks, and learn how to make the most out of what they have. If you loved these tips, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more creative parenting ideas.